Today we're rating all new cards coming in the upcoming massive Battlegrounds patch with over 50 new minions coming. Just a brief description of how I'll be rating the cards. If it's completely unpickable in most situations, it's a 1 star, such as Lieutenant Gar. If it's a decent pickup in some situations but not that much potential, it's 2 stars, such as South Sea Captain. If it provides decent tempo and or value, such as Banner Boar, it's a 3 star. If it provides amazing tempo and or value, and I'll pick it very frequently, I'll rate it 4 stars, such as Treasure Seeker Elise. And if it's a snap pick in almost all situations, it's a 5 stars, such as Bran and Murloc Ellie Dragon lobbies. For our first card, we have Mana Saber. I'm gonna give this card 1 star rating. This is a terrible 1-drop to buy tempo wise, and it's just worse than Icky Imp, I feel like. It's basically another sewer rat for leapers though, so that's the only usage I can think of for this card. Next up we have Hummingbird, which is also a 1 star card. I'm basically not buying this on tier 2. It's just a worse pack leader, but it doesn't even give permanent attack like pack leader, so this card seems pretty bad. Next, Rylak Metalhead. This card seems like a 2 star card. It's not great tempo. There's some early game usage with like Elemental and Upbeat Duo, and that's like okay, but it's not like that amazing either. It's hard to buy this card, I think, unless you have a brand set up. And then it's basically another Murkai, which is fine. But also then you can get cleaved and then you're sad. So overall 2 stars, I think. Next up we have Pale Scale Croclisk. I'm gonna give this card 4 stars. This card is amazing tempo. You don't have to have a full board of beasts. It's like basically an easy level to 6 because like you can just have your Avenge set up and then 1 beast and 1 croc, and then your beast is like a 40/40 and then you just can't lose. And then with that Avenge setup, you can then pivot to like Fell Stomper or Octosari, which is our next card. But yeah, Croclisk has always just been a very good card. And speaking of Octosari, that is our next card, and this is going to be our first 5-star card. Tripling into this seems giga broken most of the time. Like the turn you triple into it, it'll summon like a 10/10. So it's like a 6/7 that summons like a 10/10. And then like by the end of the game, I think you can have like 100 easily, and then you can pair that with Baron. And because like Poison's dead, they can't even kill these 100s. Like I feel like this card is gonna be broken. But yeah. Like if you have a Reborn Coiler, the thing scales literally like 30/30 turn. And then you can also play like Fell Stomper along with your Octosaris. Like Beasts just seem very strong. So my final try rating for Beasts, mid game and end game, Beast looks very strong. Early game, you probably don't want to be buying like Mana Saber and Hummingbird, but late game Beast seems very strong. So I'm gonna give this tribe a 4 out of 5. Next, we're rating Murlocs. So our first card for Murlocs is Upbeat Flutist. I think this card is 2 stars. It's pickable on turn 3, I think, and maybe turn 4, but I don't think you want to buy it after that. Um, Also, another downside is you have to hold on the turn you want to buff something, which makes you a lot weaker that turn, and it'll cost some HP. And early game, you usually aren't buffing something permanent. So yeah, I think this card is okay with mechs because then you can buff magnetics and then it's pretty strong. But in general, I don't think this card is very good. It's kind of like Lava Lurker. So Salt Scale Honcho. I'm also gonna give this 2 stars. It was stronger before, especially with Flurgle, but now there's like more 2-drops in the pool for Murlocs, so it's way less consistent to just keep generating Honchos with Flurgle. So this card does not seem as strong as Flurgle. Also, poison removal is huge for this card because usually you buff up a bunch of HP with your Murlocs and then you can poison them and that's like OP. But Toxfin being gone makes this a lot worse, I think. And just makes Murlocs in general a lot worse. Like Murlocs as a tribe was poison, now it's gone. Uh, Next we have Scourfin. I think this card's a 4-star. I thought about giving it a 5-star, but it's like it's not game breaking, but it's very, very strong. Amazing to pick up when you go 3-on-3. Like imagine you just have this and a Deflecto and like magnetics and then you're like chilling. Um and also imagine if you're a Lich King. Like you go 3-on-3, you find this card as Lich King. You basically have red hand. Bream counter. This I think is a 1-star card. You're basically spending 2 gold, I mean 3 gold to do nothing. You hold it in your hand unless you hit exactly base skill, which is our next card. And then you'd have to cycle every single Murloc just to buff this 3-2. That does not seem good. Um Even if you hit the combo with base skill, which is our next card, it just sounds so slow. Like this card does not seem good. So yeah, we have base skill next, which reminds me of Syndra from TFT if anyone has played TFT, if anyone played Step 7. But this card I think is a 4-star, unlike our previous card. This card you don't have to only combine with Bream counter. You can like imagine endgame you just have one of these and a Baron and then you summon like 2 Leroys from your hand. Like it's basically just an extra board space. And also it's a 6-2 body that could just become venomous for the end game, which is also very strong. Uh I think the only reason why this card is not 5-star is because it seems hard to pick up mid game. Like mid game you generally aren't holding cards in your hand. Um Especially not Bream counters. Like you're not buying Bream counters. Plagued Tidewalker, 3 stars. This isn't a great tech card, but sometimes it's good enough. Could be combined with Soul Splitter. Not much to say. We have Operatic Belcher. This is also 3 stars. This also just seems like a tech card. I'm not going to scale this card because Venomous is trash, but may end on this plus base skill, and that's just strong combo. The last card, Coral Murgler, 1 star. This card is terrible. I think that the idea is that you combine this with like Bream counter and base skill, but first you have to like hit all the cards early, and then you have to buy all of them, and it's still too slow and has no utility. Like this combo just seems terrible. I'm giving this and Bream counter both easy 1 star. So tribe rating 2 stars out of 5 would not play very often. Also, Seafood Slinger is gone, and that card was broken. Next up, we are reviewing dragons. So our first card is Upbeat Front Drake. I'm gonna give this a surprising 4 stars, I think. I kind of like this card, and I would buy this over almost all 1-drop cards on turn 1. Like you can easily get 2 dragons from it, which is already a ton of value for a 1-drop. Like you keep it, you get a dragon, end of turn 3 and end of turn 6. That seems very reasonable. Next up we have Low Flyer. This card is really good if you buff the attack a little bit early game with like a Sunbacon Relaxer or a Twilight Emissary. But other than that, I wouldn't buy this too often. Definitely not after turn 5. And there's like a niche application to this. If you have 2 low flyers with even an odd attack, they'll just keep buffing attack of each other, which can scale the attack of your whole board. But early game, your units generally aren't permanent anyway, so this doesn't seem all that good either. Stormbringer, 2 stars, scales pretty well with Calgos, but then you run into a problem of having too much attack and not enough HP. So like I would probably buy this if I triple into a Calgos, but I'd never buy it in like any other situation. Sanctum Rester, 3 stars. This is really good to stabilize if you're just playing dragons. It's really good with Promoteric, but it's really bad if you don't have dragons already on board. So yeah, 3 stars. Electric Synthesizer, 2 stars. Would only buy this if I'm playing Kaligos and or Bran with some dragons, but it's just worse than Draxas in both of these situations. So and it's a 5 drop. So yeah, 2 stars. Next up we have Disco Shuffler. This card is very interesting. It's basically a snap pick whenever I have Bran. A lot of the times I'd pick this even without Bran probably because sometimes I just need like a specific battle cry like the Rattler for beasts. So yeah, I think this card is a 4 star. Also, if I need taunt really badly, I'd probably buy this. If I need to proc something really badly, like a Prowlfin Lookout, like there's so many uses for this card. I don't think I'd skip this very much. I feel like it's worth mentioning changed Kaligos because he got a lot better. And because he got so much better, I'm gonna be rating him 4 stars. It might not seem like much changed, but triggering battle cries like this now works with Bran, it now works with Murloc, it now works with the new dragon. Like triggering battle cries with Bran seems so strong. But I think without Bran, it's still pretty bad. Um, Yeah, like imagine just having Bran Prowlfin and then discovering 2 battle cries from Prowlfin, and then each of those battle cries procs Kaligos 2 times. So if you find Bran Prowlfin with the Kaligos, you basically just proc this single Kaligos 6 times for free. So yeah, Kaligos seems a lot better. The tribe rating 4 out of 5. Lots of great mid game tools. You do need Kaligos to close out the end game, I think, but Kaligos is scary strong with Bran, so I have high hopes for this tribe. Okay, now we have elementals, I think. Yeah, elementals. Our first card is Flourishing Frostling, and I'm gonna have to give this card 5 stars. Just kidding. This card is obviously the worst card of the set. Like, it's so bad. Like, it's just you never pick this. Like, if you have Elemental Start, maybe, but it's just so bad. Next card, Dancing Barnstormer. This card is a decent card to triple into. Pretty good card with Nomi, but buying buying it on its own is just a worse light spawn. So and light spawn was not too good. So yeah, I think this card is a 2 star. It's not very good. Upbeat Upstart. This card is also giga garbage. Like it has taunt. So even if you scale it to a Battlemaster level, it'll still just die to a poison. Or venomous, I guess, in this patch. It doesn't scale attack, which means it's still useless. And it only updates 2 turns after you buy it. That's a lot. So yeah, this card seems very bad. Next up, we have Gusty Trumpeter, which is also a 1 star card. Realistically, this procs like once every turn if you're buying every single elemental. And you're only doing this if you're buying Rock or if you're playing Rock or Nomi. And then it's okay, but then you're just playing a genie. But with genie, you don't even have to play elementals. You can just play whatever. But with this card, you're forced to play elementals. Like I don't think you're buying this card very often. Also, if you're playing Nomi, you're usually on tier 4, so how are you gonna get this card? Right? So yeah. Maybe buy this on Chamvala, but never anything else. Lastly, we have Elemental of Surprise, and I really like the design of this card, by the way. Design-wise, this is a 5 star. Rating-wise, this card probably depends on how strong the tribe is. And the tribe is very bad, so it would be a 5 star if the tribe was good, by the way. But because the tribe is so bad, I'd have to give this a 4 star. I think tripling into this is an 8/8 Divine Shield, which is already solid. And tripling a Magmaloc with this card seems insanely strong. And even tripling a Wildfire is insanely strong. But other than that, Like it's just an 8/8 Divine Shield that's pretty solid already. Um, with the upside of tripling Magmlock. So I would give that a 4-star rating. As for the whole tribe rating, this is obviously a 1-star tribe. None of the new cards are remotely playable, and the only comp that I think you could play is Nomi Wraith. Now we are rating Nagas. For our first card, we have Reef Riffler. I think this is 3 stars, maybe 4 stars, but I'm just gonna say 3 stars. I would buy this happily on tier 2. It's like worst case scenario, it's a 3/5, and then when you level, it's a 4/6. It's very good in combination with Lava Lurker. Probably allows you to power level. So yeah, 3 stars. On the fence of 4 stars though. Eventide Brute. I think this card is 3 stars. It's basically the same card as before. I don't know why I included it, but yeah. Good if you have a spellcraft set up early. Skip if not. Zesty Shaker. I think this card is 2 stars. It doesn't scale, which is pretty bad. But the best application of this card, and the reason why it's not a 1-star card, is if you're playing like a Thissa and you roll into it, you can just use it in shop and then skip it. And that's basically a free spell. So that's a pretty cool application of Zesty Shaker. Next we have Deep Blue Crooner, which is an easy 1-star. It's way too slow. The turn you buy is a 3/3 on like turn 6 or 7. And you kind of rely on hitting a pair, and then you're scaling 2/2 a turn, like big deal. So yeah, 1-star. Silent Swimmer. This card, design-wise, 1 out of 5. Terrible toxic design. Strength-wise, 4 stars. It's really strong with beasts. Like, if you're playing beasts and you have stealth on your backline, like stealth on your Fellstomper or stealth on your Octosari, it's just over. Like, and stealth Baron too. So yeah, incredibly strong with beasts, pretty weak without, I think. So 4 stars. Tribe rating, it's basically the same tribe as before. Probably a little worse. The tribe was okay before, but yeah. 2 stars. Next up, we're rating the undead cards. First, we have a Incorporeal Corporal. It's the card from Putricide. I think this card's a 2-star card. I would not buy this on turn 1 or 2. It probably can cheese some fights from turn 3 to turn 5 because like it has the ability to trade twice, but it's just so bad the first 2 turns. Like I think I'd mainly use this card with Meanness or Vol'jin. Next up we have Radio Star. This card's a 4-star card. It's an incredible card to 3-on-3 with. It's better than War Revolt because it fills up your board, and you're usually getting a decent minion out of it, which you can then play. It's probably too late to buy out turn 7 onwards though. But yeah, premium 3-drops are usually the ones that just generate cards, and this one is one of them. So yeah, 4 stars. Xylo Bones. This card is really strong turn 6 through 8, but I think the 5 attack will become a weakness like turn 9 onwards. I'll give this card 3 stars because I think it's mainly a tempo stick. It's like a Battlemaster. Like everything is comparable to Battlemaster, but this is actually just a Battlemaster. It does not have that much value late game, so yeah. That's basically all the new undead cards, damn. Did not change very much. Tribe rating, same as before, 3 stars out of 5. The Anubarak, Baron, Eternal Summoner stuff is still strong. Sister is still terrible, and the mid game is decent. Probably slightly better. Pirates. Okay, first card, South Sea Busker, 3 stars. Slightly worse than the other tokens because you have to hold turn 1 usually. And it also doesn't provide immediate value with brand, but still a token, so at worst it's a 3-star. Ripsnarl Clapton. This card is now completely terrible. Like, they just destroyed this card. I would never buy it ever. Salsi Captain giving 1/1 instead of 3 attack is so much better. Gunpowder Courier, also 1-star. I would not just buy this pretty much ever because, like, why would you need buff attack of pirates? Bloodsail Counter, also 1-star. Same problem as previous card. Like, you don't really need to buff the attack of pirates. What pirates need is health and utility, so 1-star. Our next card is much more interesting though. Underhanded Dealer. I'm rating this card, and not because of pirates as a tribe, but this card single-handedly is a 5-star card. This card is basically a Magma on tier 4, I think. Because instead of whenever you play a minion, it's whenever you sell a minion. Selling a minion gains 1 gold, by the way. And Magma is basically a 5-star card. So it's better than Magma in the sense that you can sell stuff immediately after you buy it. And it's worse in the sense that you can't Smogger buff it or like Proudfin buff it. But also it's tier 4. And you can Peggy buff it. So this card seems very, very strong to buy almost in every situation. Next we have Blade Collector. This card's a 3-star card. I think this card is Pirate's Saving Grace because it's their only utility. Otherwise, they would just have stats. But yeah, very strong with Peggy, like super, super strong with Peggy. Like, I can see myself just running Blade Collector Peggy and just a bunch of other garbage. Lovesick Balladist, 3-star. This card definitely helps Pirates' problem of having too much attack and not much health. So a Battlecry gain like at least 10 health is pretty good, I would say, for Pirates. Not for other tribes, but for Pirates. Also pretty strong with the whole gain gold archetype because it works with brand. So maybe you can have like 50 gold at once with this card. Record Smuggler, 2 stars. Which is surprising, but yeah, definitely the start of the pirate tribe now and the replacement for Hogger. And I do think the effect is very powerful, but I just think the tribe is just so bad that even if you have this card, like keeping the other pirates on your board just feels like a throw. Like the only pirates I would keep on my board is Peggy and Underhanded Dealer. Every other pirate is just so bad. So usually this card is like, at best case, gain 2 gold, gain 3 gold per turn, which is not terrible, but also, like, in other situations, you would just never even think about buying this card. So, yeah, pretty bad card, I think. Only because pirates are bad. If pirates become good, like, if there are more pirates that you would want to keep on your board, like Eliza, for instance. Eliza would make the tribe so much better, but Eliza's gone. So Eliza's being gone affects pirates so much. For our final card, we have Upbeat Impressionist. Actually, not our final card, but yeah. Upbeat Impressionist, 2 stars. I think you can only triple into this card. It's kind of like Nosy Looter. If you buy it on turn 8 and then Golden a Pirate on turn 10, that's just so slow. So if you triple into this card, I think it's fine. Like golding a Peggy or a Gambler or an Underhanded Dealer seems incredibly strong. But you'd also need to roll into it, so you need to rely on some RNG. And then you have to hold the card for 1 or 2 turns. Yeah, rarely you're gonna make this card work, but its effect is actually kind of strong. So yeah, 2 stars. Fleet Admiral Tethys, 2 stars. Getting 1 to 2 pirates a turn would be fine if the tribe wasn't just so bad. Like imagine spending a whole turn, spending gold a whole turn, and then hitting a what? A Rift Snout Captain or a Courier. or Scalawag or like all the other garbage pirates. Like it seems pretty slow to just get one pirate a turn and then like half the time the pirate is just complete garbage. And then tripling into this card is also low tempo. It just feels like you're gonna roll over and die if you get this card. But yeah. As a try, Pirates is a 1 star out of 5, I think. However, that one card, the Underhanded Dealer, is a great card still, and can be combined with a lot of other comps, such as Menagerie or Murlocs, because you're just spending a lot of gold or just selling a bunch of minions with those tribes anyways. So yeah. Tribe-wise, 1 out of 5. Underhanded Dealer, 5 out of 5. Next up, we have Demons. Our first card is Soul Rewinder. This card, starting off, is a 4-star. This card is essential if you're trying to play Demons at all. And even if you're not, it's pretty solid tempo mid-game when paired with a lot of cards like Wrathweaver and Backstage Security, which we'll see in a bit. So yeah, it just enables a ton of cards, which makes it super strong as a 2-drop. Like a 2-drop that enables a ton of cards is a good 2-drop. Backstage Security, 3 stars. I would buy this if I think it'll win me the next few fights. It's basically a 4/6 on Tavern 2, which is really, really strong. But also, I would not want to keep this on my board for a long time. Yeah. Paying 1 health a turn is fine because like if it wins you a fight that you're going to lose anyways, like it's worth it already. Next, Keyboard Igniter. 3 stars, I think. It's pretty strong tempo-wise, a good demon to cycle, but a little too few stats, I think, to justify buying mid-game, like blind lead. Malchazar, 3 stars. Honestly, 4 stars. Yeah, okay, I changed my 4 stars. This card is really strong if you're playing demons. It's like a snap pick with Soul Rewinder because it just gives you 2 gold per turn on top of scaling your board. And it's so good with Elise. But it's a little too weak to buy on its own, so you do need the Soul Rewinder, I think. But if you do have like the combo of Soul Rewind plus this, that is so strong. That is actually incredibly strong. Yeah, 4 stars. Imposing Percussionist, 3 stars. A little too much damage to buy on its own, but really, really good if you have Soul Rewinder. So yeah, as you can see, this Soul Rewinder card pretty much enables like the whole tribe. So you better buy Soul Rewinder. What's this called? Titochondrius? That sounds kind of weird. Anyways, Titochondrius. I think this card is pretty strong, so it's a 4-star card. It seems to scale really well with the rest of the tribe. Especially if you're playing Wrathweaver Soul Rewinder combo. It basically, this card alone, if you have Wrathweaver Soul Rewinder, scales as fast as old double Caligos. So 2 of these would scale like old golden Caligos plus another Caligos. So I think demons with this is going to be really good because there's like a lot of ways to damage yourself. Like imagine if you're playing Titochondrius and then the roll guy and then Soul Rewinder. That's so many free procs already, and you haven't even started your turn yet. Without a demon setup though, I don't think you can pivot into Titochondrius very easily. So you do need to be playing demons. So tribe rating. I think this tribe became a lot better. So it's a 4-star out of 5. Solid early game, solid mid game. Titochondrius feels very strong. The only problem with demons right now is it still lacks utility, and Felvat did get a little worse, but the self-damage archetype seems really strong. Okay, we're almost done. Thorn Color got changed, got moved from a tier 3 to a tier 2, and also lost its battle cry. I'll give this card 3 stars. I think it's pretty good still. A bit weak the turn you play it, but not that big of a deal. And then you can lean into Quillboars pretty easily with the gems that you get. So not a bad card, not the best card. Has a bit of scaling. 3 stars. Moon Vacant Jazzer, also 3 stars. You could buy this if you already have some generation like Bannerboar or Thorncaller, but would not buy at all if you don't have any Quillboars whatsoever. Prickly Piper, I think same deal with before. If you already have the gem generation, then you could easily buy this and it's pretty good. Otherwise, don't even think about it. So not that pickable in a lot of situations, but still okay. In the right ones. Next, Bongo Hopper. This I would give a 4 stars actually. I think this is a really solid card. So it's a fine tempo wise to triple into because it's immediately a 7/7 that scales. This also enables you to go Quillboars very easily. Um, and it's basically good with all the other cards in the tribes because you can Necrolite off of this later. So yeah, you'd be pretty happy tripling into this card and then going Quillboars. Or you can just play this in a menagerie. That's pretty good too. So yeah. Finally we have Bristlebat, which is a very strange and interesting card. I think this card is either gonna be like sleeper good or just bad, and I'm just gonna go with it's bad, so I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I think it's interesting because it has the potential to be very strong, and also some interesting use cases with like reshielding Tough Tusks and stuff. But it just does not synergize well with the tribe at all. Like Quillboars have no death rattles or summons whatsoever, so I just don't think this can carry you that hard into the end game. Like it has no scaling either. Like it's just like it's good for a couple of turns probably, but it'll just fall off. It's kind of like Sister, right? Um, so yeah, that's Bristlebatch. But Bristlebatch, I don't know, one of the two. So tribe rating, I would give Quillboars a solid 4 out of 5. I think Quillboar mid game is surprisingly strong if you just have the gem generation. And buffing gems permanently seems like a really strong mechanic because imagine you have golden Profitable and every single Quillboar you play is just a +12/+12 buff on like a unit of your choice. Like that seems incredibly strong. So yeah, pretty solid tribe. The final tribe we are reviewing is Mechs. I have high hopes for this one, so let's get right into it. Lulabat. Pretty cute. Fine. I think it's a fine 2 drop. I'd probably buy it turn 3 or turn 4. Just because it's a solid 3/3 that scales. And it's pretty good to attach to a Puppet too. So yeah, 3 stars, I think. I don't think I'll buy this late game just for the scaling though, but unless I have like serious magnetize synergy. Next, a Cordotron. This is a bit worse than Wardenable if you're going 3-on-3, but a bit better in the sense that you don't have to keep on your board, you just attach it to a mech that you're keeping. So overall, probably similar strength. I I think this is okay to buy sometimes, so 3 stars. Like if it generates economy, it can't be that bad. Next we have Scrap Scraper, which is an easy 5 star. Like this might be one of the best cards of the set. It is so insane. So it's comparable to Doomsayer, which is already a fine card to triple into and to buy. But this is a lot better than Doomsayer because every card you get off of Scrapscraper is usable. So that means you can like attach it to you can even attach it to a Scrapscraper. Like you don't even need the Flecto yet. So um, so like you can attach Lulabots, War Gear, even the or Corotron, the one that gains gold, onto Scrapscraper, and that just seems really strong. And it snowballs, and you're playing mechs anyways, so mechs is so Scrapscraper is gonna give you menace, which will then give you more magnetics, and it'll just snowball out of control. I think this card is insane. 5 stars. Next, Utility Drone. This card seems really bad to get early game, but if you have Scrap Scraper already, this is a easy buy. Really, really strong. With Scrap Scraper. Really, really bad without. Polarizing Beatboxer. I think this is also 3 stars. Same deal as the previous card, I think. Great with Scrap Scraper, unpickable if not, so yeah. Overall tribe rating, I would say 4 stars out of 5. The reason why it's not 5 out of 5 is because you kind of need Scrap Scraper. If you don't have Scrap Scraper, the tribe kind of falls apart. But if you do have Scrap Scraper, the tribe is insane, I think. Because that thing just generates 2 to 3 magnetics a turn, which makes you stronger and just snowballs. And let's not forget to review the neutral cards. So the first one is Mistake, which is living up to its name because it is a mistake, 1 star. Next we have Upbeat Duo. Upbeat Duo is, wait for it, 5 stars. Upbeat Duo is a really, really good card, and it's probably the best card of this set. You can buy this in pretty much every single situation you see it. Like, let's say you triple into a Calgos, Upbeat Duo just gives you a second one. Let's say you have a brand, Upbeat Duo just gives you a golden brand. What if you have a pair of Upbeat Duos? You can Upbeat Duo the Upbeat Duo to give you a golden Upbeat Duo to give you more cards of anything you want, including fireworks, by the way. And the Upbeat Fireworks combo has been insane in playtest. Like every game we saw this neutral comp like do very well every lobby. So yeah, Upbeat Duo plus Fireworks is just a game broken. It's just a broken interaction. And also you only need Tavern Forests in every single lobby. So yeah. Always snap pick this in the mid game. It's way too strong. Our next card is also incredibly strong. Jakari Enchanter. This is again a 5-star card. So many 5-star neutral cards, but like it's just it has so many uses. Like this card works with any comp you play. Like if you're playing mechs, you have Utility Drone. If you're playing Murlocs, you have Murkai Magmaloc. If you have Quillboars, you have Charlie and Bannerboar. Demons with Felvaz is nice. Like that's like probably a fraction of the interactions you could do with Jakari Enchanter. Like this card is so good. 5 stars. And last but not least, but maybe least, Boogie Monster. I would say this card is terrible, but Theatar Tea Master is great, and this card is kind of comparable to Tea Master. So I'm hesitant to give it 1 star. I'll just give it 2 stars. Like it's probably bad because buying specific tavern tier units is way harder than buying neutral units. But I could see myself like scaling with Boogie Monster if I have like, you know, maybe a pirate gain gold comp and I just need to spend my gold, or if I'm playing like fireworks Upbeat Duo comp and I just need to do something. But yeah, overall probably would not play very often. In summary, no tribes look overwhelmingly strong like Nagas or Quillboars upon release, but I think playing full Murlocs or Pirates or Elementals is gonna be super bait. All of the other tribes look really good though. Also beware of the Upbeat Duo Fireworks combo. Like that combo is probably insane. Anyways, that'll wrap it up for this review. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and please like and subscribe. It helped me create so much more content like this for you guys. See you in Season 4 of Hearthstone Battlegrounds.